Hey y'all, welcome back with another reaction, y'all. Another reaction, y'all, on a Tesla body identified as a missing teen found in the front trunk of a Tesla. Y'all come on in and let's talk about it now. Another thing I want to cover also, but I'm not going to wait till a couple of y'all get in, but I'm not going to wait that long. You can go back and watch it. Um, I want to recap on something that I found out for myself. Because all this new stuff that y'all doing and got now, I'm not used to it. So what I did was I went back and did my research because I'm not understanding a lot of things in the D4VD case. So I'm gonna allow y'all a time not to get in. Come on, don't be afraid. I love y'all. Come on in. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And everything I say is allegedly, but what I'm doing is getting the information. I'm going back and looking over this case, D4VD, D4VD, and Celeste Rivers missing teen case. I'm going back on mentally to myself, and I'm going over this. I'm going over this information, and I was kind of like, so this for me is entertaining, confusing, criticism, kind of like funny, kind of like a funny educating purposes, and a commenting. Y'all come on in. Now, I found out something. Now, first of all, before I even get started, y'all, you know, I'm a critical thinker, and a lot of things don't make sense to me in the D4VD, D4VD case, and this really is not his case. It was just uh, missing teen body found in the front trunk of his car. And this is the first case that I have covered or discussed with anybody or react to that doesn't make sense. So this scavenging hunt of this missing teen, first of all, LAPD ain't told us nothing. Only person speaking is the PI. The PI know more about the scavenger hunt than we do. Now, Celeste Rivers' body was found on September the 8th. Now, in the front trunk of an impounded Tesla registered to our TikTok star D4VD. And to be honest with you, y'all know this. I love TikTok. I just my club TikTok. Minding my business. Uh he's not even on TikTok. Only reason why you all haven't seen David, so y'all won't get no kind of fake information, is because allegedly he has an attorney, and the attorney is motivating him and telling him what to do and what not to do. Now, something that I saw in this case that I went back, a young lady, she did tell me, she was so sweet. She told me in my chat, in my comment section, what the marathon means. Do you know that certificate? That was confusing me. So what I did was on my own, I did my research. So we're going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about the toxicology. Not, they don't have a report yet, okay? But the PI know, just like us, know that the toxicology report should be here. Man, it's almost Christmas. Y'all, this case here is really tearing me apart. Y'all, about the body in the front. I was telling y'all that go back on the dates. And then when I went back on the dates, boy, oh boy, we had so many flies in here. I came back. Oh no, 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 don't go backward, don't go backward. Don't nobody tell me what to do when I'm a thinker. Decompose the way they said decompose. Um, they did mention something to carry on with the scavenger hunt. They did tell y'all about the finger. They looked at the finger inside a sign on it. But I'm also going to tell y'all that this sister also mentioned that she didn't know David. But alleged TMZ, I'm not going to, what I'm going to try to do, try not to call names out, uh, came back and gave y'all a plot story to y'all that one of the workers, I don't know what y'all call them, but they went out there and talked to the mother, and the mother speaks Spanish. Maybe some misinterpreting what she's saying. Maybe she don't. Maybe he was speaking Spanish to her, so you can speak Spanish to people. Really, I don't know what the problem is with Spanish. Really, English. Okay, I took Spanish for 3 years. Now, the first time she went missing was February 2024 on the 13th. Now y'all know how funny acting grandmama is when it come down to her critical thinking. She if she gets something wrong, she gonna come back and she gonna make it right. Okay, because it was something she misunderstood. So on okay, so really, this is not a homicide. This is not nothing yet. Y'all just listening to the PI. Y'all not listening to the LAPD. The PI was hired from a dude. I mean, I don't want to call his name, but he had no idea that David was living in his home. Okay, so he was smart enough because he knew that a warrant was allegedly on the news saying that they went in that house and they snatched things out of that man's house. He didn't get it. David not supposed to be there. Not supposed to be there. So the PI, the guy who got all the answers, gave all the information to the LAPD, and they ignoring everything that he said. Y'all do a favor for me, hit the like button, okay? Now, the PI looked at the case. And he started going on News Nation. Okay? At least he giving y'all some type of, some kind of information, okay? And the reason why the homeowner, he only knew about Marshall supposed to be living there. Nobody else supposed to be in that house. That's why you can't be nice to people. Nobody else supposed to be living in that house. David, he didn't even know David was staying in the house. And when you turn the house over to young people, well, his name Josh Marshall, but when you turn the house over to a young person, you made a mistake. Now I'm looking at this scavenger hunt. Everything remains silent. No arrest. No name suspect. The toxicology report should be back because we about to say, Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. And they are not even telling the family nothing. So, I want to get into, well, I want to tell y'all this. Josh was charging D4VD $20,000 a month. Now, y'all, the PI gave y'all some information. Okay, he gave us y'all. He did a lot. He gave y'all a lot of information that we're gonna get into. Now, July the 29th, before David went out on his tour, he was in Los Angeles. Okay, he was on his tour bus, and what the PI discovered that whoever had the key to the house has the key to the Tesla. red Tesla there. Also, this is a Tesla ain't no car to be playing with. But this car could have had an accident. It could have had a wreck. It could have been an accident or something, but it kind of beat up to be a Tesla. But he young, y'all young. He young. Now, that law allowed the PI in the house to do his investigation. He's seen a lot of scary little things going on in there. And it could have been like a couple of freaky things. You know, that's what young people are into. Okay? Allegedly, there was substances found there. Allegedly. A lot of things that the PI found. Hey, baby, the PI found a couple things that wasn't important to LAPD. But LAPD came and snatched that camera. They snatched that camera out that house like it was a Hollywood function. Well, like it was a Hollywood scary house. Why didn't LAPD collect those expensive items out the house? So the other day, I covered up something about the birth certificate. I'm going to go over that birth certificate with y'all. That allegedly is supposed to be as Loretta, whatever her name is. We're going to get into that. Now, that Tesla, what you're looking at right now, end up in the hands of the PI. Okay? They wanted it. They want that footage. You're right, Cornelius. They want that footage so bad. In the way they did everything, they did it knowing David went out of town on July the 29th. They knew they better snatch that camera out that house before the PI got his hand on it. Now, allegedly, the PI really still can get into the camera by going to the camera place and getting that permission from the house people. Okay? I never heard nobody say they left the camera over to David. If he don't, not David, but Josh Marshall. Josh Marshall's trying to play, I didn't do it. David did it. And Steve Fisher, the PI, he can't say 100%. There's not a camera train on anything. The Tesla Park scene in the car driven from that one spot to another. Somebody kept moving that Tesla. So they want it so they can put, yeah. And I don't understand it. I don't believe y'all. I'm not trying to take up for this young man. I'm not trying to take up for this young man, but somebody's framing him, allegedly framing him. This is what we going on now. Is we haven't heard nothing from LAPD. The family doesn't mind them telling us nothing. They haven't told the family nothing. You got a missing girl in the front trunk. That's something that involved something. But they left all that freaky deaky stuff in the house. Now look, let's listen to this. The PI saw the person who was moving that Tesla. They came out there how they were moving that Tesla from here to there. They was moving that Tesla. They saw that Tesla. He said he know who was driving the Tesla. Cause that's when he got on the tour bus. Why did the Tesla have to keep being moved to move like that? And the Tesla, well, David been gone for a while. I don't know how the weather is in California. I'm not good at that with the weather, but I know when the pollen fall here in Georgia, the pollen, if you park your car on the outside, it'll keep that pollen stuck glued to your car. That was two. That was another manager name in the D4VD case. Somebody else stayed there who had a red Tesla. I'm concerned about who that person is too. Y'all ain't put that hand on nobody. I don't even think they're gonna call this a homicide. I think they're gonna call it a OD. But somebody did put that 13. If you're gonna call it an OD, you got to find out who gave that. They're gonna that's gonna mess the investigation up because she was underage. Now, the air freshener in that Tesla before it was abandoned, in the rear view, the air freshener wasn't there when it drove from David's house. So y'all listen to me now, because the PI told y'all that. He said it. That the Tesla didn't have that air freshener. So whoever moved that car knew something was in that front trunk. Cause no, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't put no air freshener in the car when we get ready to go out of town. Well, at least I don't. Cause it ain't got no business stinking. So somebody put that air freshener in that car who came out that house. No, it wasn't the window. The window was cracked a little bit. In the P, I can see the person. Y'all, July the 29th, that same person driving was in the car. What is this? Is weird. Now, soon I start talking about going back on the dates with Celeste's body was found. When I decomposed, that means that she'd been there for a long time, and she was wrapped in plastic. Where did they get the plastic from? Who did this? Why did they do it? Now, and why are they getting away with this? Who is this person? Now, do LAPD have to tell us anything? No. No. But do they have to tell the parents something? Yes. Yes. This don't happen, y'all. This almost like a mystery movie, a scavenger hunt. You got to, work your brain. And I am a critical thinker. So let's listen to this, and then we're going to get into something that I found out.
Developing news. So the body found in the trunk of a popular music artist David, is that of a teenage girl missing since April of last year. Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez live in Lake Elsinore. This stunning development in this case. Christina.
Now that lady just told y'all she went missing in April. April last year. But allegedly, going by what another little entertainment company said, that I'm trying not to call names, said that the mom said that she haven't seen her daughter since March. Allegedly, she has other family members that she be around. Did she go live with her cousin? How much do the auntie know? Since the mama don't speak English, do the mama understand English? No, she may not. Who in charge of this scavenger hunt? Missing the secret in. They really tripping me out in this. I never seen nothing like this before. And the community, the people in the community know something. But they can't talk because they from another country. And they don't want to go back. So they got to keep their mouth shh. Okay? I'm going to let her talk.
Rivas. She was last seen leaving her home here back in 2024. Her family thought she was missing. She was declared missing back then. They had no idea there could even be a connection to the body in the Tesla until they got a call from TMZ last week. Now, keep in mind that David has been cooperating with authorities. He has not been named a person of interest, let alone a suspect. But at this point, this concert in Seattle, the next concert date, has been canceled. And people here are saying, what's going on? Take a look. Few words from those arriving at the Lake Elsinore home were...
First of all, David is entertaining a lot of foreign countries. He makes billions of dollars without paying taxes off of foreign people. They love him. He has to go out to another country. They love David. They love his music of the investigation. He is supporting. And if they can do anything, allegedly, to bring this young man down, they gonna do it. And I like his attorney. She's smart. David ain't ran away, y'all. David don't have to run away. David hasn't been charged. David can do shows if he wants to, but guess who's smart? The attorney. These people love David. These people love, the foreign countries love him and their music and his show. And if he make his money off that, of course you're going to hate that a young man out there making money like that. So he took this little girl, and then so he just going to put her in the front trunk of his car. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. A case like this, you got to find out who hiding what from us as citizens. Now, keep going.
18-year-old Celeste Rivas disappeared in April of 2024. Her family has just found out that it is her partially dismembered body that was found in the trunk of a Tesla registered to popular singer-songwriter David Anthony Burke, known by the stage name David. TMZ broke the girl's identification after speaking to her mother.
It was a very heart-wrenching conversation. She was very upset and said that all she knew is that, her daughter had been missing all of this time. She told us that she was aware of a boyfriend named David.
Now, they spoke, the TMZ went out there like detectives. They went out there. The one thing about TMZ, I've been watching them for years, almost 20 years. And they've been out there, they would get to the investigation for anyone. They shut them down, LAPE, acted funny with them and shut it down. They never had this problem with an investigation. Never. What is that telling you? Huh? They ain't giving them no information, y'all.
That her daughter had a tattoo with the letters "sh" on her right index finger.
That the color of the ink of that tattoo was red, which was something that police not released to the public.
The singer, who has been cooperating.
So what is it red? You know what, y'all? I be going live on my live stream, but y'all don't never. I be wanting to put y'all on my big screen, but y'all don't get my notification on my big screen. Yes, BP, they been so messy. So that's why I'm on my phone, because y'all don't never, and I'm going to get the message to the people. So and a lot of people know I go on They have another stream y'all go on, but y'all don't ever get update. Y'all always get the update on my phone. So that's why I use this my phone. It's not that I don't use StreamYard, because I do use StreamYard, but y'all don't see what I put out. I'll be honest with y'all. Y'all not get my message. But when I use my phone, all my subscribers can see it. That's why I'm on my phone, okay? Because I want to make sure y'all get the information that I'm giving out to y'all. And now, what the finger got to be red with this on it? What that mean? Like you said, BP, what does it mean? Now, David had these the shows that he had to do. The last show that David had planned was in October. But the his attorney's so smart. They, right now, if David go out and perform on the stage, he'll be a billionaire. Like early, like Michael Jackson. Because Michael Jackson attracted foreign countries. Like where David, this one right here is money, y'all. Money is the power. And they're not going to let him make that money. They're going to try to, he got, y'all pay attention to this. Just pay attention. He don't have to sing. He didn't have to. He didn't have to perform. He could have canceled the shows like he did. He doing what his PI, what his attorney told him to do. And he better listen to that woman, because that woman is good. Okay, let's continue.
Police had continued his tour after the body was discovered, but he just canceled his next date in Seattle.
What it just seemed odd to us that, gosh, your car, such a grisly discovery in your car, and that you're just out on tour. You would think that, you'd want to find out what.
TMZ, he went on tour July the 29th. How do he know that it was in his front trunk or his car? How do David know that? Even if he was on stage in another country, did anybody tell him that they found a body in his front trunk? He acted, them people paid for them shows. He just can't run off that stage and say, bye y'all, I got to go because a body was found in the front trunk of my car. He can't do that. No, he can't do that. Last time they seen, the PI said the last time they saw Celeste, he seen Celeste on a footage January the 2nd of this year. I want to ask y'all something. Was she ever missing? If this really was, who said she was? Why they said that the mama said she was missing? The mama said she just ain't seen her daughter. That mother has a sister. She had to tell her that her daughter was over to her cousin's house. Come on, y'all. Because if she don't, she can get locked up. So to cover this case up, you had to snatch that camera out of there. David didn't get the warrant to the house that y'all were coming in there and snatching up his house. He really can sue y'all for doing it. It's a lot of things going on in this case.
Happened here because this is just a very bizarre case.
Especially because one of his videos actually features a body being put in the trunk of a car.
And see, y'all going by the boy vision. Y'all going by this boy vision that he made back in 2022. This is part of his act. This was part of his show back in 2022. Girls do it all the time. Boys do it too. They'll tell a lot of people they be with somebody they like. Because you remember Celeste told the boyfriend she wanted to be with, in a serious relationship. Who says that in the eighth grade?
It's just eerie considering what ended up happening in David's car.
I just hope that the truth comes forward.
Celeste's neighbors on the street she grew up at.
Justicia.
Justice is what family and friends are asking for.
Whatever happened could happen to someone else, and it's just scary.
Now again, at this point, I want to emphasize that David, he's been cooperating with authorities supposedly, and but his next tour date, the one in Seattle, was canceled. He's supposed to be in San Francisco Friday and then come here to the Greek. We haven't heard from those venues yet. We have reached out. We have yet to hear back from LAPD.
Let me tell y'all something. I showed that for a reason. I showed that for a reason. Now I want to get here. Something that I mentioned on my channel about, let me see, about a certificate. Now, you know, we used to have Cabbage Patch dolls back then where you can get a certificate for them. I wasn't thinking about that when I was thinking about this case right here. I ain't never, but I'm going to get into that in a few minutes because I looked some up. This is the PI really be giving me y'all some information that they're not even, he like he's supposed to do. Now, Ashley feels so much like I feel in this case. Are they going to tell us anything? Because they ain't got to tell us nothing. But listen to this.
We'll get there. You have the answer, though. Why is it that we think the toxicology report on Celeste might actually be coming sooner rather than later?
Well, I've been tracking the cases around deaths around the same time as hers and for the weeks before, and those that were in deferred status have been changing over to, having cause and manner. There are a few cases that still haven't, but there are several cases actually on the same day.
And you know what I like about this PI? That man been in the business and been an attorney for a long time. Hey baby, new information being focused on getting my grades. Also Demetrius. Oh my gosh, I've been worrying about you. You about to graduate, man? Go on and do your thing. Let me know when you graduate, and I want to see a certificate. That's how old people do. They want to see your certificate. But congratulations, baby. Get that education. They think we just gonna forget about her. Yeah, they think I'm gonna always stick her. All these missing awareness on all these girls. Now this PI, I like him. I like Steve. Steve speak in a attorney, a private investigation voice. He speak. He know how to change them words. What he say? He know how to use his word in an investigating gator terms. Change it over to having cause. He is careful with his word. This man been doing this for years, so he can present his information about this case about Celeste. And if you listen to him, if you know anything about PIs and attorneys and stuff, you know what I'm talking about.
On the 8th, September 8th, as hers, that toxicology has come back because they now list some of the other people's deaths as effects of fentanyl and whatever. So I believe her initial tox may be back, and they're still working through, cause and manner. But there's also a good chance, because of the state of decomp, that they have to send, this out for additional testing or a different type of testing to get, a result.
He ain't say nothing. I'm gonna tell you something. He said a lot without saying a lot. You doing your job, man. I like you though. You doing your job. You said a lot and you didn't say a lot. You said a lot, but you ain't said nothing. We still don't know nothing about this case, but on his end about the house. But listen to Ash.
Come in today, yesterday, or tomorrow. That's the other issue. I'm so short on time and I got a million questions. Let's talk Build-A-Bear. That certificate that says Esmeralda. We don't know if it's Celeste's cousin Esmeralda or if it's the cousin that did the
Now, I mentioned something about this workshop. I found out something. This young lady, she did mention something like that that kind of helped me out in the comment. But I said, build a bear. I said to myself, heck, it's a builder. So I was live on this. And I was thrown off. I said birth certificate. So I went here. I went here to build a bear. They work on they build little bears. Let me see, can I plan on okay, accept. They build bears and the bears become like the kitties. Now less little kitties and stuff. My dresser. And you get a kitty, you can get a birth, you can get the certificate. It's like a birth certificate for them, like the Cabbage Patch dolls. So I had to look this up, y'all. That one thing about me, I'm gonna look up stuff because y'all be doing some stuff these days that I ain't never heard of. So I looked up Build a Bear. So at first when I and they have a workshop here. Now the first time when I did this case, you can look at it on my channel. Cause I'm good about coming back and straighten what I say up because I ain't got no problem with doing it. But I got confused. Were we going by a workshop certificate in this case? So he found this information. I wish this thing would be on my StreamYard, but y'all don't know I'm going live on StreamYard. But the bill about is like a workshop where you could get the birth certificate for the bear. So they took it for themselves. So, the PI found this information. And on the information, we'll see the police don't. This is not. They don't need this. LAPD don't need this. They don't. They knew. They know. They got the video. They got the video. They got the whole camera in the office. They know Celeste was in that house. Okay. Now, April the 21st, 2024, that's the date of the certificate, when the certificate being around. But you got to remember, in this segment right here that I'm just covering, y'all, the lady said she went missing in April. The lady said she went missing in April when she first came on. Y'all heard that. So the day of the birth certificate for the workshop was April the 21st. Maybe she was with her cousin at the workshop. Okay, the full name, Athena. Who is Athena? That's the name of the bear. Or well, the bear. I guess the bear named Athena. Why is this necessary? Is the only thing, and it belongs to Esmeralda. Allegedly, we don't know if it mean her cousin. We don't know. But the PI, they're going to talk about it. So I just want y'all to know that I came back because at first I said birth certificate. I'm thinking that they was talking about Celeste's birth certificate. I'm like, oh, April the 21st, 2024. She wasn't born in April the 21st, 2024. She was alive. But then the workshop came here. And I want to give a shout out to the young lady. She mentioned this workshop. And I'm glad she did. But then I said to myself, I still didn't know what she was talking about at first. So when I did the live, I went back. And like I say, I went back and I did research for myself. That's the one thing about me. You don't know me, but I will go back and check over my information because a lot of information out there. So that's when I found, oh, they talking about a bear? So what are they saying about the bear at the workshop? Okay, they trying to say that Celeste was allegedly with her cousin, but you can't go by that. She was allegedly in the house because that's where he found it at. And why is it now? If they're gonna find this workshop information in the house, did they find it in the house? I'm gonna see what Ashley say. If they found it in the house, then the cousin was there, allegedly.
And the fact that it's found inside his home. This is April.
Okay, Ashley, thank you. This was found inside his home. It gave me questions. Was the cousin in that house? How much do the cousin know? Why is this over David's house? Who was Celeste living with? She could have gone over his house. He could have spent time with her and all that kind of stuff. But this not proving that she lived there. But did the cousin live there? Did her cousin is puzzling me now? Cause this her information. Why is it over David's house?
In 2024, the certificate, and again, Esmeralda might have been, what, about 15 or 16. But this likely puts Celeste inside David's home, doesn't it?
Well, it's inside the home, and it also...
It put the cousin inside the home. That's who it put in the home. It put Celeste and the cousin inside the house. Did the cousin ever live in the house? We ain't got the footage.
There was people aware of where Celeste was, and they're obviously in contact. They planned this out, and I don't believe this is just a coincidence. I believe that this is that Esmeralda, and David was there. We know at Six Flags that day. Celeste was a missing person, and then shortly after, she shows up at graduation. And I think there's some people pushing back.
She showed up at graduation, so she must have been going to school to work for the Bear Company. Is it a school for this? Is it a school for this? It's a workshop. Let's celebrate all the good stuff. Okay. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. It reminds me of the Cabbage Patch. Wow, this is crazy. At a bear evil. I never heard of that, y'all. Do they still pay your age at the bear? Do they still pay your age? Man, this thing here is this is something else. Wow. So if
she...
Yeah, was the girl up? She was a runaway. She wasn't missing. See, they got to be careful with their words. She was missing. She was a runaway, not missing. That's why y'all keep not listening. Where they confused. You got to listen to what he's saying. It'll confuse you because it's a difference between you being missing and running away. You can run away just for a day. Who haven't ran away? Maybe I am, but I did it one time, but it was down the street to that neighbor's house. She started mad at my mama. So Celeste, we were young like Celeste. I didn't go far. But I came back home. Because it was a runaway, not a missing person. So where are we getting the word missing from? Where are y'all getting the word missing from? See, he said missing person and then here. But at first we were hearing runaway. Then it turned to a missing thing because they found her in a front trunk of a car. We don't know where they go when they run away. But she back at home right here cussing and everything out to them folks and disrespect the neighbors out there. They can't sit out there on their porch and let they hear a little child in the 8th grade fussing.
school. The point is that.
So she was a senior in high school. I heard you. So she was a senior in high school. Oh, okay. She could have been hanging over her cousin's house. I don't think she was missing, y'all. I think she just ran away and went back home.
I don't think Celeste was the only person there for that graduation. I think there was adult family members there as well. And they
see, that means that she wasn't missing. She ran away. And so in April at the graduation, Celeste was at the graduation supporting her cousin. And they said other family members, so she wasn't missing, y'all. She just ran away.
should have notified law enforcement that Celeste is not, we've located her, and
they probably did tell her. The mama probably did. We cannot say that the mother did not tell because the mother don't speak English. We cannot say that the mother didn't say she was missing. She ran away. And when you're talking to people, I got some Spanish friends, they'll say yes when they don't even not sure what you're saying. So she's not good in English like my lawn man, his wife speak English. But a lot of people can't speak, their parents can't speak English. So they speak English for them. And she was just shaking her head. But who says she was missing? She said the last time I seen my child, run away, she ran away. She ain't got to come on TV and tell y'all that she was at home. She ain't got to tell us nothing.
And find out what's going on. But that didn't happen.
Well, but she was a runaway, but was she really missing? I mean, I've lost count now.
Thank you, Ashley.
Where she was together.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. She was a runaway. She wasn't missing. Who put it out there that she was missing? Was she a trouble runaway? Because she kept running away. I didn't keep running away. I did it one time. Because I want to go skating. And my mama came and I done sold them Coca-Cola bottles and she going to come get us from the skating ring. Sure, I was scared to go back home. Because I got smart with her. But she was a runaway. Thank you, Ashley. She's not missing. She was a runaway.
With family members. I'm going to combine these two questions for time here. You have heard that the family told people after Celeste went missing not to look for her. And we've noticed that that Vegas photo was deleted.
Say what? Family told people. Wait. The family told the people not to look for her. What? Because she was a runaway and she knew where her daughter was. Listen, wait a minute, Ashley. Let me see. Let me put it back. I just want to make sure that's what you said.
After Celeste went missing, not to look for her, and we've noticed that that Vegas photo was deleted from the aunt's Instagram. What do you make of that?
And that's Esmeralda's mom. And so I was told by a source very close.
She said that was El Dorado mom, whatever name. Lord have mercy. Let me see. El Dorado, y'all know her name. I want to hear that again. Let me hear that again. Quote, unquote. The mom was telling people, how we know the mama said that? How do we know that? How do we know that the mother said, don't look for her, or either the aunt? That's what I think he said it was the aunt said, allegedly. The mom said, who said it? Because the mama don't even talk English. She don't speak English. Jesus. Y'all sure got a lot of information. And the LAPD still ain't told us nothing.
Count now of of the sightings and the moments where she was together with family members. I'm going to combine these two questions for time here. You have heard that the family told people after Celeste went missing not to look for her.
What? I ain't never heard of that. The family told the people when she went missing not to look for her, as if they used the wrong term. Why would they tell somebody not to look for her? I see why LAPD ain't trying to jump on this case that quick. Why did they tell her not to look for? Why did they tell? Who did they tell that not to look for her? Because they knew where she was, y'all. Allegedly, they knew where she was. Now, I showed y'all some information where her sister said they did not know David. But the message that we got out there, that we got to go by what they were saying, but I don't believe everything people say. But they were saying that the mama knew David. The brothers, I ain't heard the brother talk, but y'all heard the brother. Well, I know y'all ain't talking about the dark-skinned brother, right? I hope y'all not talking about him. If y'all going by what he said. See, it's a lot of he say, she say, mixed up stuff. That's why I come here. I like Esther, because Esther kind of like think like me. And him, I like him because he's careful with what he put out there. Because he don't want to intervene, and it's not his investigation when it come down to Celeste. So he can't intervene in somebody else's investigation, but he can't investigate what goes on in that house. But I never heard of this here, that her mom said, the family said, don't look for her. Why would they say that? Because they know she wasn't missing. She was with them, allegedly.
And we've noticed that that Vegas photo was deleted from the aunt's Instagram. What do you make of that?
Why did they delete that photo off her Instagram? Because they knew where Celeste was. They knew where Celeste was the whole time. See, y'all got to ask yourself, who was paying the parents? Who was paying the parents in this case? Who was paying the parents some hush-hush money? I don't think it was David. Because it's stupid how he opened up for my girl. I can't think of for my girl. He opened up for her show. The boy young, he got too much to lose to be sitting in the closet making music and then turn around and let another, situation happen like that. But it will happen though. I think everything is wrong. She ran away and she went home. Then she went back out, thought she was grown, and she went and started hanging around with boys. Once she got broken in, that was it. She went around David and the other boy. It was a whole lot of stuff in this.
And that's Esmeralda's mom. And so I was told.
See, he talking fast. That he said that was El Maressa, whatever her name is. The aunt. She deleted that picture from the Instagram allegedly. I believe she did that because she didn't want the mom know. Some things you don't want the children mama to know, because you the auntie, you the favorite aunt. So I think that the people need to be investigating in this case is the auntie and that family side. There's a lot going on here.
The source very close that the last time she was missing, the family members were saying, don't look for her. She's staying with other family members.
See that? See? She was staying with other family members. A runaway, is that, okay, it's a runaway girl got set up, got framed in David's front trunk. Hey, y'all, this thing can be allegedly bigger than what it is. You got to forget, don't forget, it is Hollywood.
And all of a sudden we see a lot of interaction with Esmeralda and Esmeralda's mom. So it's these are all dots we're collecting, and and then we'll connect them.
Wow.
Which makes me wonder, what were they saying if they meant family members, that she's staying with family members? Because if she was staying with David, he was no family member. And I'll remind everybody.
She wasn't staying with David. She wasn't living with David. She was living with her family. And then, too, we don't even know Esmeralda. Well, her name. Esmeralda, she could have been spending the night over to David's house. They young. Young folk do that. But she lived with her. She could have ran away with her aunt. I don't know. She could have been staying with her aunt, and the mama know it. But the question is, with all this confusion going on, I don't believe that David put her in that front trunk of that Tesla. I really don't, y'all. But they got to blame him, though, because he was liking her. See, she look older right here. But when she go around her family, she changed up. You don't know what making her look older than that.
That she was 14 when she went into that trunk, and 15 when
Right.
the rotting body was taken out of that trunk.
Right.
Fisher, you do such great work. Keep coming back and call us and knock on the door. And
Right. Ashley said something very important. And that's why I expressed that a lot. She was 14 and not 15. When it would hit the news, they want to say she 15 so bad the girl was illegally, and the parents know they can get in trouble for their own daughter being, she ain't one missing. she wasn't missing. We think she was missing. I don't think she nothing. I think that she was with her, like they just said, with her people. It's a misunderstanding and a lot of misinformation running around out here. He doing his job for the house. He turned it in. But he careful about what he said because he know what he doing. And it may not be a homicide. Might not be a homicide, y'all. Regardless of how we feel, can't put your feeling inside these cases. Gotta put your thinking in these cases. Wow. So, okay. Let me find the location. Okay, let's look at where that was when she was 15. See, Celeste could have went there, did one for the kitty. Should have went there for this. Let me there's some areas in some of the Build a Bear. Let me open this up. Location in California. Workshop. You gotta pay for this stuff. Somebody got some money, y'all. Somebody got some money. These are the location where the Build a Bear Workshop, the one that they got the certificate for, the birth certificate, that confused me. I had to come in and show y'all this. Now, where the cousin did this when she was 15. It's crazy about that beer. Build a Bear. Wow. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Please like, share. And let me tell you something. Almost every missing girl, anything happening, any bizarre, heinous crime, I'm gonna stay on you. That girl needs justice. Whether she ran away or was she missing. Love y'all. I'm out here.